This year will be the first in history online media consumption will overtake time spent with linear TV globally. The findings come out of GroupM's hot-off-the-press State of Digital report, released yesterday. According to the report, online media will have a 38% share, while TV will have a 37% share. The emergence of online as the most consumed media globally has also influenced ad spending worldwide, with more brands than ever investing in digital. 35 countries supplied data to GroupM for the report, whose e-commerce transactions had amounted to $2.105 trillion in 2017, an increase of 17% compared to the previous year. Needless to say, the impact of increased online media consumption is being felt worldwide. Looking at the results, GroupM has predicted a 15% growth in 2018 to $2.442 trillion. The move into online has also seen a rise in programmatic ad buying, with 44% of online display investments transacted programmatically in 2017, compared to 2016's 31%. The report seeks to break down every area of online ad spending and reveal its worth to the industry. Speaking on the findings, GroupM Global CEO Kelly Clark called automation and talent are the big themes in advertising's current revolution. Adding, "We have to use automation to liberate brain power, so talented people can look across the entire media ecosystem to help clients optimize short-term results and create long-term brand value." One of the more controversial topics touched on in the report, GroupM shone a light on the digital duopoly. Speaking on the issues, the report said, "Concerns over the quality of programmatic inventory in the Google Display Network persist, but remedies are being pursued." Looking at blockchain technology, GroupM Futures Director Adam Smith said, "Blockchain's main attraction is its distributed ledger, which tells everyone everything and thus presents the opportunity to reduce inefficiency or cheating. However, the largest issue is due to the huge amount of tech needed to keep it running. It's too slow for a real time." In terms of artificial intelligence, AI, GroupM touts the tech as being crucial to brands understanding placement and engagement, and in future, helping fight fraud in adland. Touching on data, the GroupM said there is ample room for improvement, as clients are often risk-averse to harvesting, storing and distributing data. In terms of metrics and viewability, GroupM made an effort to point out that effective advertising must be in view and/or hearing, and touted the importance in setting industry and commercial viewability practices. Sign in with LinkedIn Data Digital. GroupM State of Digital. Are you constantly reminded of your failings although you're working your butt off? Welcome to Rusciano's world. Adidas has gone into complete damage control and not sacked Mr. West for being a riot ill. Sadly, it's a second bad news story out of 7 today. On the upside, can be. Wotif always reminds us of that wonderful Parisienne fling B. That and the itching. B. Media says it's still hungry for acquisitions. It's like the industry Mr. Creosote at the moment, isn't it? An anonymous Instagrammer is removing men from front news pages. Heaven forbid they start on the back sports section. He'd never tolerate violent threats here at B. Twitter's been hit by some bug B. Or, simply bug. You know when WHO arrives at B. Take a trip back over the past 25 years of Australia's ad industry. Whack on some Whitney and it'll be 1993 all over. Thinking of hitting the books again? Well, you'll be giving your librarian a left. Did you pitch for the Australian Super account yet the phone remains deathly quiet? Sadly, your fate weighs within. Of all the paddy wagons B. This columnist is advocating the pluses of working with rebels. Although, we assume that's not the outlawed Bikie gang. Think it's all wearing black. If AI isn't already scaring the shit out of most people, comes this news it resembles some awful spotty, drunk teenager. It's through gritted teeth that B. This lovely ad will tug at the heartstrings. Not that you'll cry, although you may find comfort in a workmate's bosom. Today's women in media profile was going to be Adam Ferrier. However, his beard immediately rang some alarm bells. Arguably, no one hates Facebook. Loaf of bread, $4. One avocado, $3. Smashed avocado on toast in Wanky Cafe, $18. Where's the ACCC's Rod Sims? B. The media merger drums are beating once again. Here, Greg Highwood takes to the bongos to spell out Fairfax's intentions. It's bad news for Cambridge Analytica today. Although, yes, the two are totally unrelated. Loathe your colleagues. Hide prawns in their desk as revenge? The horse has probably bolted on this team-building piece. We'd never call the role of 10 CFO a poison chalice, however, it possibly smacks of being a turgid thermos. Is your content strategy more Frankfurt than gourmet sausage? Well, you won't be worst off after reading this. The latest SMI data appears to suggest it's salad days for agency land. So, let us bring you all the good news here. Do you vent to your marketing team it's all about price, price, price? Well, you'll possibly hate this. The ABC in strife for putting the boot into former PM, Tony Abbott. Which should hardly come as a shock to anyone. Why do media outlets continue to give those awful Kardashians any airtime? If it's not already a great platform for ugly baby photos. And, yes, there's a sentence we'd never thought we'd write. Bots now being used to ease the pain of Uni of Adelaide enrollments. Just not the pain of having to live in Adelaide. Do you smoke a pack a day, love motorbike stunts? And if you thought we only went for free food, let this prove you wrong. B. Okay, we'd never heard of them. Yes, we're listening to Nickelback. The NRL and the Red Cross Blood Service unveil a new Give Blood campaign that oddly doesn't refer to it as claret. Always wanted to pitch your own TV show? Well, it appears Channel 9 has some gaping holes November through March. 1 again. B. Voice technology company Acast has been named as the BBC's commercial partner to monetize the broadcast as podcasts and audio outside of the UK. The exclusive deal marks the first time the BBC has offered advertising around its podcast library. The BBC began producing podcasts in 2004 and is one of the largest podcast producers in global firm Edison Research has released the second annual comprehensive Australian study of the digital audio, social media, mobile, smart speaker and podcast habits of Australians. The latest research into what audio technology Australians are using includes for the first time the newcomers to the sector, smart speakers. Key findings show a rise in radio. UNLTD announces Melbourne board and never once mentioned the AFL or their hatred of anything to do with Sydney. If you read this Lido announcement while listening to Boz Scaggs' Lido Shuffle, it won't improve it in any capacity. If you think B. BuzzFeed and Twitter are hoping to make politics less dull. And then there are people who believe the earth is flat. Gaspar Kovac has joined the growing creative and interactive team at full-service agency ThinkHQ as art director. Hailing from Hungary, Kovac joins ThinkHQ from London where he was art director at DDB Remedy. Further experience includes middleweight creative at Havas Life Medicom in London and junior art director at DDB Budapest. Kovac joins. This story has almost no relevance to the media. Your presentations end in deafening silence. As good as this Tarantino spoof is, as a warning, it'll probably make no sense whatsoever to anyone aged under about 30. Thus far, has your innovation program delivered a large bill? Coincidentally, B. Nothing a few water bombs couldn't fix though. Here, News Corp's Fiona Nielsen spills the beans on delicious. Did we say beans? We meant chocolate. We still smell of the bake and such was our largesse. Are you a sucker for convoluted financial terms? Such as B. The Rio veteran seems to have taken a leaf out of B. Do you often find yourself worrying about News Corp taking over the world? Get ready to tremble with this news. Those who recently locked themselves into an Optus contract for the EPL are breathing a sigh of relief after this news. Following in the footsteps of Kanye West, Trafalgar is welcoming guests to the good life in its latest safety clip. Outdoor giant Media has secured 2 uni contracts, along with invites to the next on-campus toga parties. It appears Clemenger BBDO's Carmela Soares is not just a skilled creative, but can also build office grandstands. Icon staff have signed up to NIB for its accidental injury benefit before celebrating with an office crowd-surfing comp. It appears Publicis senior leadership team and QLD have kindly halted their hedge maze challenge to pose for this photo. The editorial team here at B10's announcement has poked holes in B. Voila! At first, B. How wrong we were. In some positive Facebook news, an agency is using its facial recognition technology to search for missing persons. Our office has been left in the dark for too long. Prefer a hike into the wilderness over sipping pina coladas by the pool come holiday time. This will turn you on. If you thought Studio 10 was riddled with rancorous acrimony, then the bio will practically smack you in the face here. Other than possibly a Brian Dependable or possibly a Karen Kosher, who couldn't trust a Janine Virtue, B. It's preposterous frilly shirts and maracas forum staff today after the arrival of these latest doohickeys. Has the domino effect begun at WPP following Sir Martin's surprise exit? As in potential buyouts, not as in the pizza. If you think B. Hugh Marks forced to delay new spoiler and 22-inch mags for the company Lexus after learning of this unpleasantness. Most of us typically regard banks as the Wicked Witch of the West, so this clever campaign is definitely apartment. Do you love to while away the hours while traveling at about 4 kilometers per hour? Then a Sydney bus ride is definitely for you. Is your CO all the more stupidly erroneous overestimations than anything optimized? Well, strap yourself in here. MasterChef unveils record number of partners for the 2018 season, which sadly doesn't include Alka-Seltzer or Imodium. Just when you thought we'd reached peak Sophie, comes even more Sophie. Which is bad news if you're over Sophie. Alcohol advertising again under the spotlight. Yet, no mention of its gift of giving the rhythmless the power of dance. For the Fall Effie Awards announcement experience, try reading this in a ball gown. We'd like to say this came from a one-on-one with the news chief, however, it would be one of many bald-faced lies today. Answer this survey and you could pocket a cool grand. Well, maybe $820 after B. We're taking all financial advice from B.